Welcome back, regular viewer, loyal subscriber, to Crusader Kings 3 in the Kingdom of Hauserland, under the control of the dynasty of Daura, the tribe of Daura, which started just over here. We've grown the realm considerably to kind of super kingdom level. The Kingdom of Hauserland de jure, according to the law, should be this big. But we've incorporating our son's properties, former properties, in the Kingdom of Canaan, and captured a lot of the Kingdom of Igbo Benue. So these three kingdoms are now part of our large-scale realm. So our eyes turn east along the imperial route of the Empire of Canaan-Bornu, notwithstanding that we have the eastern tip of Guinea here, which will probably be our subsequent expansion. But if we begin by looking east and thinking, well, what steps can we take to expand our borders in this direction? We have the Kingdom of Sao, which sits here to the east of Hauserland, and we already control a wedge of land in this kingdom, to the point where I think we can probably create the kingdom title. So if we have a look at the Kingdom of Sao, it's not been created yet. We need 7 de jure counties, and we own 7. So with 250 gold, which we're not too far away from, we can grant this title, or create this title, and bring it into our wider kingdom as part of our march to create the empire. So if we go back for a moment and look at the Empire of Canaan-Bornu, which has not been created, we need 40 de jure counties, and we have 29 of them. And with 500 gold we could then take on the empire title, and we would then consolidate this empire under our rule, and be able to bring additional kingdoms underneath it, which would give us a good deal of flexibility. So our plan is to march east, absorbing the Kingdom of Sao and then the Kingdom of Darfur. What are you doing, cat? Those are peanuts. You don't eat peanuts. Take that bag away. Daft animal. Right. So, as I was saying, heading east to take the Kingdom of Darfur and budge up to Nubia on the far side. That is where we're heading. Interesting, the Armenian principalities are extending into here, and the Kingdom of Nubia, which will create perhaps a good ally, maybe. So look, he's already married, that's a shame. How about the Armenian principalities? Right, you have a princess and you are not betrothed to anyone. I wonder if we might suggest a marriage proposal. So can you arrange for yourself? So how old are you? 3 years old. If I can find somebody in my court who is 3, and I know you're Armenian and that's a bit weird. So you are a princess, so you'd be looking for a prince. Do I have a spare prince? I've got some granddaughters. I've got a grandson here, 6-year-old prince. He's slow though. Oh dear. And right, okay, she's really against the whole idea. Different faith, minus 1,000. Okay, so spreading our faith is clearly going to be interesting in terms of gaining allies. And the Armenians are just too far apart from us. So looking at our potential conquests, we have Daura here. They have a very inferior army, but they have allies locally in Kadam and Salamat. We could try and take them. We have Banray here, which has an alliance further east in Darfur, which potentially could be quite potent. So although their strength is inferior to ours, it's not so much inferior. And we have Salamat here, where they have this relationship with Daura, but and they're vast they're weaker than us, and Kadam. So we could launch against any of these, but I'm tempted to take Salamat and then absorb these two as part and parcel of being immensely strong in that region, and then linking up the main kingdom of Hauserland to this land here, at which point we'll be well positioned to launch an attack at Darfur, bring them into the fold. Now, Dynasty Legacy is available to us. These are permanent bonuses that apply to our entire dynastic line. We have about 35 living members of the Daura dynasty at this moment in time. I've looked through these. Let's go through them one at a time. House of Warriors means all Daurans will have +2 prowess and +15% effectiveness as a knight. +5 popular opinion here in the lore. Bonus to dread gain, which is only useful if you are actually gaining dread, of course. Chance of inheriting congenital traits or generating new ones is up 30%. Again, only useful if you are having children. Courtier and guest opinion, and you'll attract better guests who will then cost you more money to bring into the court. +30 to marriage acceptance, making you your dynastic members useful bargaining tools, and bonus fertility to actually have children in the first place. So given that succession and spreading the dynasty far and wide is going to be part of our strategy here, I think starting with bonus fertility so that we get more members of the dynasty, and then increasing the chance of bonus congenital traits, and then making them more marriageable, that is a potent combination. So we're going to start there. Yeah, so the bonus fertility would be very useful in coming days as we switch over. So these are the last days of Grand Majayana Daurama. She's now 66 years old, and that's kind of reaching the end of where we're going to be. We can create a whole raft of titles, and I think now is the time to be tidying up our realm to reduce some of these penalties for holding considerably more domains than we in our domain than we perhaps should. I want to do this in such a way that my successor is not going to end up with a whole raft of trouble. So if we are holding a kingdom title, and the kingdom titles that we hold at the moment, we have the Kingdom of Hauserland and the Kingdom of Canaan. If we hold the kingdom titles and then hand them down to our daughter, and Daura, our daughter, is the heir to both of these kingdom titles at the moment, then that's going to be good. All of the lesser titles that report in, we can hand out to people. Now the ones at duchy level will end up as our vassals, and so we want to be able to offer them positions on our council. So we're looking for people with decent stats. Our council is superb at the moment, mainly because I've ignored the powerful vassal issue. But everybody is very close to 20 or 25 or above, and we've even got our priestess at 34. So her conversion speed is phenomenal. So if we can keep that going, then that would be really good. So I don't know enough about the succession. It's the part of the game that I think causes the most confusion, and I am certainly no stranger to that. Because the way I thought that title grants worked is when I died, the titles would be passed on to my children equally. Now I've got female preference on, and I've only got one daughter that can inherit, and that she is definitely my heir to currently both of the kingdoms, as far as I can tell. There is probably a succession view, but I'm not sure how to find that, honestly. So this is kingdom title, and Daura is my heir. She is the heir to Kingdom of Hauserland, Kingdom of Igbo Benue, Kingdom of Canaan. So it looks like I can create these kingdom titles if I've got enough money, which I need 250. But it would be good to create duchies and make sure that they come under the right vassal. So given I'm holding all of the kingdom titles at the moment, they'll all report into me, but it will remove some of the numbers from my domain limit. So looking down here, for example, we have Sarkin Gadi Burka ibn Abad of Kera, that holds the chiefdom of Kera, and de jure that title should report into the Duchy of Walanda. So if I create the duchy and then hand it to a member of my council, for example, that I want to keep, perhaps my lowborn spy master, he will become a powerful vassal, but I want him on my side anyway. So let's give that a go. So I can create the Duchy of $1. Cost me a lot of money. So now I own that duchy, and my daughter will inherit it, and then I can grant these chieftains, chieftain of $1, to grant titles. Actually, if I can move, I can. There's a move vassal, isn't there? Is it going to be on his tree or on the tree of the country? Let's get rid of that. So let's just check the duchy level view. So here's $1. So this county of Groa is held by this chap. You're at war. Okay. How about here's the chieftain of Kera. So we know this chap reports to us at the moment. So I could stop vassal war. Oh, right, okay. Can't revoke. Grant vassal is no greater than county rank. Have you got more than a county here? Oh, you've got several titles. So you would really want to be my vassal directly. Okay, well, let's look at $1 then. Content villain. Can I move you? Who do you report to at the moment? Your liege is Magaya Kili, who is my vassal. She's a treacherous maniac. Excellent. Make one of your vassals become a vassal of this leader. Okay. Okay, you. Grant a title. If I give you the High Chieftain of Daura, must receive at least one county. So I'd have to have the county title associated with that chieftain, and I don't, because I don't own any of them. Okay, so that's one thing I now understand, sort of. What's going on here? Right, this is all your land, is it? Magayaya Kili of Bornu. You are just a vassal, and you really don't like me, but you have a lot of land. You have 3 titles. High Chieftain of Bornu. You have this one, Chieftain of Bornu, which go together. And you have the Chieftain of Canaan, which really ought to go to Canaan. I don't suppose there's a way of getting you to transfer that, is there? I can't revoke, because I don't have high tribal authority. I can get high tribal authority, well that means my vassals will be -10 opinion, but I can then retract vassals and revoke titles. Cost me 500 prestige on the way to absolute tribal authority. Okay, so let's pass that. It's going to make people really hate me. But we'll have to deal with that as best we can. Here's the succession view. I don't think I can change this. So, all children inherit equally. Don't have heraldry. Don't have hereditary rule. I do not have feudal or clan government. None of this stuff is available. Okay. I'm not going to change the law. That would be terrible. Gender law and female preference. And I can't designate, I don't have absolute crown authority, so I can't designate a ruler. Right. So she will get the kingdom of Igbo Benue and kingdom of Sao when I die. This is complicated, isn't it? When you're trying to figure out who to get to report to whom, it's a challenge, man. Just to get your head around how this all works. It's probably easier just to launch a war and let it sort out. But this big, beautiful land here, it could get shattered during succession, and that would be a disaster. No, disaster's too strong a word. Disappointing. So, if we were to wage a war, that's what we're here for, against Salamat. I could conquer duchies. I could use my... I've already used my once in a lifetime thing. I could use a kingdom war. I have got 1,000. And it's against a kingdom title. Let's change the objective. I could try and take the kingdom of Darfur with that. I think this is a waste. It strikes me that I can probably capture duchy by duchy. So if we take the duchy of Salamat, for example, then I'll take the county of Garua. And this is going to cost piety. and we'll declare war. And we'll move our military here. And we'll raise everybody. Come on. Now, I don't want to be a knight in here, but I am a knight in here at 66 years old. So, can I click my knights and say that I can't be one? I don't think so. Okay. Looks like I'm just in the mix. Ignores contribution. Bless you, cat. Oh! Big sneezes. What's going on? Got some fur up your nose. Right, I can spend prestige, or I can make him my rival, and he is my vassal. He already doesn't like me. I don't want him to be a rival. Cat, are you sitting on my map? Oh, God, I think she is. Right. Let's have a look. Where are the flames? The flames are mostly over here. There's a little bit over there. And the enemy armies are gathering down here. So, let's start conquering lands en route, shall we? Oh, we'll have to call in our allies and such. Right, close that. You can call allies to war. Borgu costs me 350 prestige. Might be able to do without him. 75 prestige, yeah, you can come. And no, I don't need that. I thought I could bring my family in, but obviously my family aren't available. I'll only spend that 350 if I need to. Excellent. Right, reduced chance of producing exceptional. No, give them extra time and money. All good epics require it. 2 months left. Right, are there any enemy armies heading towards my lands? No, but there is one down here, so I'll go and get 75 renown. Follows the same rhythm as my tribesman's favourite songs. Should never be forgotten. Okay, or I gain 150, 75 renown, 20%. That's not very good. No, let's get 75 renown for the dynasty. Okay, I've won a siege, but do I need to come down and conquer this army? I think I might do. An excellent epic. Nadia has completed my family epic, and what a glorious song she has composed. High drama, moral quandaries, intense duels. Fantastic. Get 75 renown, 75 prestige, and for 10 years I get plus 5 prestige a month. That is awesome. She becomes my friend. Well done. How bad is my stress at the moment? Because being 66, my stress is 0. I don't need hashish. I'm worried about my people who really hate me because of the number of titles I have. So let's see if I can. I've got to grant titles, haven't I? So what is the game recommending? The game is recommending I grant Katsina, which is over here, to Galadima Suleiman, who is my son and a dishonourable villain. What other titles does he have at the moment? He has 4 titles. He has the High Chieftain of Katsina, Chieftain of Air, Zarya and Kaduna. So if I give him the Chieftain of Katsina as well, I lose that title and that's fine. Right, so duchy titles. Who owns any of these at the moment? Now Karno I want to keep because it's got my capital in it, so that's fine. What about Kebi? Captured my niece, okay. I'm busy trying to rearrange my titles here. Right, who can be... Okay, do I own all of these? Oh yeah, except for this one title here. So I've got Sokoto and Kebi under a duchy, and they both call for me, so I need to grant titles to someone. How old are you? 64. You're 43. You are a content paragon, and you only have the Chieftain of Dendi. Where is your chieftain? So it's already down here. So how about I grant you do I own the Dendi Duchy title? Yes. So if I were to give that Duchy title to you, grant titles, High Chieftain of Dendi, there we go, and have we got, I don't have Zama or Daimare, so I'll grant that. Okay. So, Gobir. Who owns this county? That is my granddaughter. And who owns this one? Me. So why don't I grant Gobir to you? The Chieftain of Gobir. Okay. So I'm now down to 9 out of 4. Still a problem. Okay. King Duchy of Nupi. I own all of Nupi. So Sakini Gali Suka, Sakini Gali Halima, and my son Marshal and vassal. Right, so if I grant you the kingdom, the High Chieftain of, probably don't have it, okay. So who owns the, duchy? It's not yet created. I need 125 gold and then I can create that and do things with it. Okay, Who owns Quararafra? Quararafra. Okay, and who owns Bone and that's not created yet either. Bornu? Naga Achille is something else. Right. Munio. Right, I really need to do this on a title under me, don't I? Okay, so what are my lesser titles? Right, Igala, I don't have a decent county. Ijor? No. Ibobo? No. I've got to create the I've got to create this duchy down here because that's a problem. But I can grant the chiefdom of Kano to... Now, Kano is going to be my primary title, isn't it? So who do I grant? Why do you own this? You've got Takeda and Rano. How weird. Okay. And air, I can do something about maybe. That's not created yet. Yeah, I need some duchy titles to start arranging these counties in, otherwise that's going to be a real challenge. So I need money. You don't say. I have no spouse. My spouse died. Oh dear. Right, I need somebody with stats. Who's not going to kill me? Well, there's all sorts of people. Highest diplomacy is 19. Well, this isn't a bad... and he's good looking, patient. He's the best military person here. Stubborn, compassionate and brave. Those are all virtues. You're a pretty good diplomat as well. Let's just do... I lose 300 prestige. Well, just so be it. This will be the fourth husband I've gone through. Right, where were we? Armies. Let's go back to realm view. We were busy trying to chase down... we did chase down this army down here. So do we go west and take the lands of Garua? Or do we go east and take over there? I think we'll go west. It's likely to be more friendly territory. So let's see if we can get somebody who can move fast. Who has the organisation tray? Nobody. Oh, it's fine. We're losing supplies here. Someone's swaying some people. Right, convert county. Well done. Brilliant work. Right, so let's see if we can continue that conversion. So the Bori religion, the Bori faith, continues to grow well. Let's do this 6 years. Let's see how that goes. Right. So we're reducing the penalties, but probably not by enough. So let's try and break these guys down pretty quickly. We're at plus 26, but we haven't fought a big army yet. Just 2 weeks left. Okay, got a prisoner. Let's sell him off, get some money. 50 gold. Thank you very much. And we are going to take the armies. Where's the enemy? Over here. Let's see if we can catch them. Good deal. Longhouses constructed. Great. Let's go back to Daura and see if there's anything we can do. Oh, I know what we're going to do is create the duchy title here, won't we? Titles can be created. Duchy of Igboland. Create. Right. Now we give the duchy to somebody that we like. Perhaps somebody on our council. Who's going to live for a bit. You're 48. You might live for a bit. My son already commands land. Yeah, so let's grant you the title of the High Chieftain of Igboland and the Chieftain of Igbo, like this. What we are then going to do is to grant all the lower titles, or do we give them to all and sundry and get them to report to you? Oops. Keep doing that. Right. I currently hold that and I don't want to. So who do I give it to? Somebody in my court. Someone unlanded? Who likes me? Sungu, my champion, you are going to have the Chieftain of Idoma. Oh well, Chieftain of Igala. Titles. Court. It's got good stats. You're intelligent. I like you. I'm going to grant you the title of Ijor. Good stuff. Shouldn't become my vassal. And who else? My husband is a great military leader, and he's 52. Let's grant. Oh, you've already got a house. Sorry, I was going for unlanded people. A content blackguard, yes, absolutely. You have Ibibu. Okay. And Idoma that I control, so I'll pick somebody else. Husband, my man and champion, grandson. Might leave my court, but you know what, I'm not bothered. Grant you the land of Idoma. Grant. Okay, now. Realm will lose land when vassals die. Lovely, that's just what I want. I will lose Idjor. And Durku. I don't understand why everything starts to break up as we grant it. Okay, so it's still reporting to me, but starts getting complicated. So, anyway, our Magadja died, and we've got a new one, and she's going to take considerably longer. So who's the best person of learning in my court? We have learning 19. You, learning 19. I brought you into the court specifically because you were quite bright, didn't I? So how about I make you oh, I can't get rid of her for 10 years. Great. Well, at least she likes me, so you desire all of those chieftains, do you? Well, they all report into you. I don't know if I'm doing this right. In fact, I suspect that I'm rather not. Where's my army? It's over here. Where's his army? Over here. Let's go and kick him in. Come on, speed up. Hello. Barely gave it a moment's thought. My spy master has grown bolder. Challenges no longer passed unnoticed. It's testing my limits. So I can gain experience. All problems blamed on him. So this is if he is weak-minded. What do you know about him? He's deceitful, he's diligent and chaste. He is a seducer. So he's got 0 diplomacy. Wow. He's weak-minded or keeps to himself. He certainly doesn't. Is conscientious, wants people to think well of him. Well, he is a seducer. Objectified due to his appearance. No idea. He loses 5 opinion of me, but he gains dread. Lewd jokes, lingering looks, interrupting his to compliment his graceful feet. Little by little I've broken him down, rendering him tense and self-conscious. I've got a weak hook, and he gains 20 opinion of me. Well, my diplomacy skills is worthwhile. Okay, and now it's over here. What was that? That was some kind of flame thing there. Oh. I can imprison. Too many held duchies. Yes, fair enough. I can call him my ally. I don't like losing realms, but I'll probably just try and conquer them again. The right to rule how the land belongs to Cycling Yadi Takwai by divine right, and we have gathered the support required to make it so. I really don't think so. Starts a war. Wow, really? I will not be threatened. Pause. 3 attackers, including... Wow. Okay. Call allies to war. Wow. Okay, and who did I lose? My marshal, of course, who is attacking me. So. We're going to put you into the marshal position. Yeah. I want to clear this war off as quickly as I can. $10 won't accept unimportant courtier. Okay. Don't need. Are you worth recruiting? Got 17 in stewardship, and you're a 15 warrior. Thank you. Are you worth recruiting? Got 16 in marshal, and 8 as a knight. We'll recruit you. You can become a knight. You have 23 learning. Recruit you. Get a bunch of criminals in my court. At least they've spent some time in prison. Right, so I have allies. First army of Kara. Who's this up here? enemy army. I've got to sort out my family spat first, don't I? Otherwise they're going to come and siege down my capital, capture family members, and then it'll all be done. So let's go up to 4, where we can move around. Gained a level of fame, excellent. I've got celebrity achievement. Come on. No, not you. Army. Go get them. You are joining up your troops, and that is now a sizable force. Scary. Oh, for heaven's sake. Right, I'm going to call it there. It's 910 AD, and I've crossed the doors to the worlds of spirit at 68. Died of old age. The renowned herbalist, she could cure all ailments with the right concoction. Magayaya Dorama ascends to the throne. Devious and deceptive, her feud with the truth may also be her undoing. Okay, Hauserland is in civil war, and that is how we're going to leave it today. Myself outnumbered, but I do have allies hopefully coming in to support, and if we can do a job on these vile separatists, then I'll be a happy leader. I'll hopefully catch up with you then. Take care. Bye.